Welcome in, Wednesday edition, Blue Sky Live here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, both in the Clark Ford studio. I'm turning some of Neal's content from his mailbag into topics today because I found those interesting yesterday.
You found the mailbag compelling. That's good. That's good.
That's the goal. You would hope for compelling versus I can't turn that into shit.
Yeah. Tells me that I did something right yesterday as I was answering mailbag questions for a couple of hours.
Hold on a minute. Miller High Life with the dog on it. And that's a hell of a hat you got on.
Yeah,
this
it's
morning.
Carson's hat. And he left
got a hell of a cap on this morning.
It's Carson's cap, and he left it here.
It's got the wheat field and the black lab. I think that's a black lab.
It's a black lab.
I'm pretty sure that's a black lab. He's got the big block head.
I once had a black lab named Miller.
You did?
I did.
That's a hell of a hat. Where'd you get? Where'd Carson get said cap?
I don't know. I think he got it for Christmas. But he left it here.
That was not one he took with him.
He took lots of caps with him, but he did not.
How did he leave that one?
I don't know. But I discovered it, and I'm like, hey.
Dibs.
Finders, keepers.
Dibs, yes.
You know the rest of that.
I wrote loser in my lead today, and I had to make sure I didn't say looser for some reason. Like, I had like a weird paranoia for just like 45 seconds.
You would have gotten a phone call.
I know. I don't know.
I'd have been like, what are you doing? Stop. For the love of God, stop.
I just had 1 second where I went, I think I got that right.
That's the one I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. It bothers you.
I mean, people mess up there and there and there to the point where I'm just like, whatever. And they mess up 2 and 2. That one drives me crazy, but loser is just
I said
so
this,
bad.
The only one that I take a beat on every time that I don't have great muscle memory for, which is a little surprising, is whether something is I or me in a sentence that's not starting the sentence. And I have to sometimes I take one just little quick beat and go, would I say we or us? And then correspond to the thing. Sometimes I just do that quickly in my head for just a second. That, and I always have to take half a second to spell privilege correctly.
Oh.
I always try to put extra letters in privilege. Every time.
You try to add a D?
I do. Over and over and over again.
Huh.
Yes. That is one word that I just, to the point that I probably should tell my computer if I spell it that way, just correct it and fix it. Because you can do that. Just tell it, replace it with this.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, you can. Yeah. Because I've told this for 3 seasons because he pitched a lot back in the day. It took my computer would never, ever, ever figure out that when I said Brady Bramlett, I wasn't trying to spell bracelet. Oh. It turned Bramlett to bracelet every single time for 3 years. So I had to go in and tell it if I write bracelet, switch it to Bramlett, which then became an issue when I wanted to actually say bracelet. But the amount of time was much less with that than the other way. Yeah, I'm good with affect effect. I don't really have a problem there ever.
Oh yeah, apart. Whew, bad. And that's
that is absolutely an epidemic in the recruiting.
It is
field.
For whatever reason, anyone in the field of coaching messes that up. Like I don't understand. Like must be a mental block or something there. Come be a part of our program. One word.
Yeah, actually, you're saying
don't come to my program.
Yes.
And if you correct that, they get really defensive.
Grind says instead of saying affect or effect, he just says impact every time.
Fair enough.
I mean, it works. Sure. Perfectly fine. So anyway, all right. Blue Sky locations throughout the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55. Hey, they sell the Millers there. You can get the Miller High Life there at the Oxford Exxon and all locations inside the state of Mississippi. They got Sweet Daddy stops in most of those stores as well, including all the new ones. It's kind of a new thing going in all of those. You get lunch specials, $5.69, a couple sides bread, any size fountain drink. You get catering options, whether it's just feeding the fam, extended family. These nights when school's going on, we had kind of the parent-teacher open house thing last night. Did that perfectly fine. It was good. There weren't not a lot of changes between second grade and third grade logistically. You're still in the same building. They've announced something called Della Dollars. That's new, so I had to learn about that. That's as opposed to Central does Bolt Bucks. So
Okay.
now Della has Della dollars, but outside of that, it was pretty good. I'm happy with teacher selection for the year, so we're rolling. Just stop there. All right, good. All right, BlueSky catering, all those different things. Celebrate that every single day. So check those guys out, and then we're in the Clark Ford studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi. 662-257-1900 is the number. Call it. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. It's right to the bottom line. There's no hassle. There's no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guest join on the Campbell Clinic hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit CampbellClinicOxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. And since we'll be talking about the mailbag, I'll tell you that the mailbag can be read at rebels247.com. You can go there. You can sign up today. You have a couple of options. You can use the code Neal gets you 75. That's my name, Neal, gets GETS UYOU 75, and you get 75% off your first year's subscription. A lot of you have done that. We are leading the network in August signups. We're very appreciative of that.
Led the network in May and July.
I don't
know what happened in June, but sorry.
Well, you really dropped the ball in June.
I know. I don't know where we were that much.
Get with it. Consistency.
Yes, consistency. That's it. Process, as Nick would say.
Yes. Process. Just completely let go of the ball and let go of the rope in June.
It's Ole Miss's fault. They lost to Murray State. Had they won?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I can't control that.
Damn it, Mike.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
You can also go and pay full price. And if you pay full price, you will get a free subscription to Paramount Plus, which continues to add things.
A lot of value
to its library of services. They got a big boxing deal that's coming now. If you're into
combat sports, we got you covered, bud.
I mean, and listen, a lot of you 20-somethings out there, y'all like that stuff, and that's good. I mean that complimentary. And a lot of you guys are the ones that say, well, I don't know that I want to subscribe to a team site, but I keep up with college football. If you're an Ole Miss fan and you're on the fence about, do I want to pay for a team site? But I really like MMA and I really like boxing.
You get it cheaper.
This is a no-brainer.
It's basically free.
It is free. So sign up for the site, go ahead and pay the price, and get Paramount Plus. You're all hooked up. But the mailbag is presented by Art Hayes of Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's International Realty to work for you. As a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com.
I guess I'm playing off that to open today, but I was seeing and I was pulling some stuff about Paramount and the UFC and the big deal it is for us and sort of just the media landscape in general. It's the final blow to death for pay-per-view. That era is completely gone now. The UFC was still pay-per-view centric when it came to a lot of its main events. ESPN was doing the streaming for that, but you would have on ESPN.com these pop-ups that said, hey, will you pay, I don't know, whatever it was, $29.99, $49.99, whatever for the deal. And for the longest time, it's another thing that the younger generations won't get, that we paid a fairly significant amount of money for one event, for this boxing match, for this wrestling event, for whatever this is. Because I remember I had multiple family members who were huge into boxing, and we'd pay for Holyfield Tyson, Riddick Bowe, and whomever. We'd, all that Lennox Lewis against Holyfield or whatnot. You would pay the the premiums for the pay-per-view. I remember being a kid during my professional wrestling era where I'd go to my grandmother's because she had DirecTV, and you'd order the SummerSlam or the WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble or whatever it was. And that's what you did. And you sat there and you watched it from 6:45 to 10 or whatever, and you paid the $30 or the $40, and that's how it worked. But now with this, at least 43 live events of UFC for us, for Rebels 24/7 prices, but very cheap at this point. And there at the end, you were doing $80 per event fees for some of the UFC stuff.
Oh.
So, I mean, the change is remarkable for where we are from. Then this goes for boxing. By the way, that TKO Holdings, that's not just boxing. That opens up a lot of potential. I don't know this, haven't seen it. It looks like that opens up a lot of WWE possibilities with Paramount as well, because that's TKO Holdings owns WWE.
Okay.
So there's that involved here as well. So just throwing that out there, that probably more coming. And I think we have completely shifted models now to pay per month for streaming, not pay per event pay-per-view. There is a difference.
And I think you're going to see more and more NFL go this path, where a game is streamed only. They're clearly experimenting. So, anyway, that's the deal. The link is in the stream if you're in the stream. If not, it's not difficult to navigate your way. Just go to 247sports.com or go to rebels247.com, and there's all sorts of sign-up options. It's super easy. And we are appreciative. Thank you. We've had a huge 13 days. We're very appreciative and humbled, and all of those words are applicable.
Yeah, people have asked, we can't talk about straight numbers. People have asked, can we discuss rank movement inside the network? Maybe. I don't know. We can ask that question. I'm not sure there.
I'm not even sure that I know the answer. I need to
we
ask.
don't, but I'm saying that might be something we can relay to you guys.
I'll ask today.
Yeah, that's one that I don't know how that would infringe on proprietary numbers in any way. So I'd like a little publicity, so we'll see what happens. We'll see where we are with it as we move forward. So see what the day brings, gentlemen and ladies.
If you were a peacock right now, you'd want to flare your feathers.
I just, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I can talk around it, but yes, that is exactly what you like to do. You'd like to do the expand thing, like the NBC logo right now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's. No, Paramount, not Peacock. Competitor.
No, right.
It's a competitor.
Right. I was just saying, if you were a Peacock.
No, not doing that. See, I was able to work Keelan Williams and Joe McKnight into a lead this morning.
I did. I saw that.
It was impressive.
That
was good.
That would not have been on my bingo card.
Well, I read about Keelan Lacey this morning, and just on the context of, and we talked about this on the podcast all the time, that now it's a completely different world, that finishing second has some sort of gravitas because you can just get them a year later. I mean, you look at Lacey's quote from when he committed to Ole Miss, and he's like, well, I didn't have to form any new relationships. Just knew those guys, knew the system. It's cool. Already knew it all. I mean, and this started back, we knew that's what Lane was doing with Jaden Rashada back in the day, because he was never going to pay those prices that ended up being, a circus in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But it went, hey, if you finish second or third, man, down the road, the fact that he sat in the Lamborghini out in the parking lot might mean something, and maybe you get him down the road, and it looks like this and looks like that. And I read through Lacey's quotes and went, it's never been more true. Is just finish second, finish third, get some ingrained stuff, get them in the environment that maybe they want to be in later once this place doesn't work out or they don't do whatever it is. And here it is, 1 year later, Keelan Lacey trying to be Ole Miss's starting tailback, one of the few guys that Lane mentioned by name, even somewhat unprompted on Monday.
Yeah.
It was telling. Lane does not do that much, so it was telling a little bit in some ways, because back in the day at Orgeron, he signed some good classes and signed some dudes, but he got a lot of mileage out of finishing second for Keelan Williams and Joe McKnight. A lot of mileage.
Yeah.
And those guys did not play for
no
Ole
benefit.
Miss. No, those guys did not play for Ole Miss. And there was no chance of them ever playing for Ole Miss once they signed the dotted line with the Tigers in successive classes there in 2006 and 2007.
I assume this is probably where you're going. I got a mailbag question about Ole Miss and Mississippi recruits, and is it? I don't remember the exact words, but it was basically, is this a red flag or is whatever? And I was like, in a previous era, it'd be disastrous that you're not getting 14 of the top 15 players in the state.
Oh God, it would be fireable.
But today, I don't think it matters at all. And that is a, I don't even think that's a hot take. I don't even think it's controversial. I honestly, I don't think it's all that debatable. There are people that are still very much, and look, if your stance is, well, I miss those days, okay, I got you, 100%, cool. But if your stance is, no, it really matters, you must dominate in-state recruiting, why? You sign a bunch of kids that aren't ready to play. You pay them as if they're ready to play. You blow your budget on kids because they're from the state of Mississippi and no other real reason. And now they can't play, and you have less money to plug from the portal. And you're a portal program. And Ole Miss is a portal program. I mean, whatever way you want to look at it, go down. We'll get a depth chart in a couple of weeks. Go down that depth chart and say transfer, initial signee, transfer, all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of transfers. I mean, there's a lot of interest in Jackson Dart right now. He transferred. Walter Nolan, transfer. Princely Amonmielen, transfer. The other day, he talked about Prince Well Amonmielen, transfer. Kewan Lacey, transfer. Logan Diggs, transfer. I mean, the list just goes on and on. It's
the entire backfield outside of Chicago Mills Knight.
It's a portal.
That's it.
It's a portal program. And so if you spend all of your money on high school kids, I don't give a damn where they're from, if they're not ready to play, you're hamstringing yourself. You're handcuffing yourself. He's not going to do it. So the answer that I had when I looked at the question was, no, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, if you're worried about the conversation at the water cooler with the Mississippi State fan that goes, you guys aren't recruiting Mississippi kids at all. Okay, cool. I mean, sure, whatever. If that's your ego, that's all that is.
Hey, there's these cool things called scoreboards.
It just doesn't matter. I mean, the truth is,
hey.
And I get it. 10 years ago, disastrous.
God.
I mean, it would be a daily topic. Now,
would be a daily topic because you didn't have the ability to go into other states and get high school talent. And that's the only way to get the talent. So when you don't sign the in-state dudes too, you're just screwed. It's over right there.
Right. But now you don't get those guys.
And I saw like a couple posts on the board. This guy goes, well, they spend a lot of time there for it to not matter. It's like, nobody said the kids don't matter there.
No.
It's like, it doesn't matter where the hell they come from. There's a difference. Ole Miss is graded by its entire class.
Well,
and what it gets or it doesn't get.
And again, this is where I think people are missing your point about Kewan Lacey. Ole Miss spent a lot of time on Kewan Lacey out of high school. They didn't get him. Was the time worth it? Yeah. 6 months later, he's at your school. They spent a lot of time recruiting Caleb Odom and lost to Alabama. 6 months later, he's at your school.
Because, I mean, look, there's more than a coin flip chance, no offense to him, maybe he has a great time out west.
Sure.
That the kid who went to Sac State's not going to finish his career at Sacramento State.
Yeah, and there's a world where he blows up and he ends up at Ohio State.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, who knows, right? But the point is, and he's the great example. What's his name, McDonald?
Yeah, Isaiah.
Xavier.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's right.
Okay, go ahead. We'll figure it out.
Kid from Morton, Mississippi.
Yep.
What I've been told from talking to people who are close to the program at Ole Miss is they don't think he's ready to play next season. They think he's a project. High ceiling, bit of a low floor, can really run, kind of small. Not ready to play next season.
Xavier McDonald.
Look at me.
There you go. Good job.
Not ready to play next season. So if you spend what you have to spend on him now to bring him to your program, knowing he's not going to play, that's money that's out of your pot that you're not going to have for the portal. And so you put a valuation on that player. And if he agreed to come at that valuation, well, then you bring him in and you develop him. It's worth it at that point. In your view, you put a valuation on a player. Where I think Kiffin doesn't get enough credit for where they've been really good is that they don't get emotional about this. They put valuations on players. They stick to them. Doesn't mean they're perfect. They're not. No one is.
Their biggest flaw, the one time that they went out above their skis, above what they had the guy projected at, and they failed, was Juice Wells. They had a number on him, and they went, I just want to win, and that's the one big glaring
and look, he's probably going to make an NFL roster.
Yeah.
So I don't even know that it was fail. It just didn't kind of work. You know, not everything's going to work. You have a
but they exceeded their valuation for him.
Yes, they went over and above the
expectation.
I think by a lot what they had initially said they were going to do, and that probably cost them in some other areas.
Yes,
no one's perfect. You have a roster of 100 people, you are going to make mistakes.
And I kind of agree with Tupelo here. If it's 2015, Lane would have signed 9 of the top 12 in Mississippi.
Sure.
If those were SEC-capable athletes. Again, big caveat. You don't sign people just to sign them.
And back then, the prices were much smaller.
Oh, God.
It was $40,000 in a shoebox.
I mean,
now
in our era together, we remember it being a big deal for guys to get shoes and PlayStations dropped off on doors.
Yeah.
That's less than $1,000.
People weren't spending $150,000 on a freshman.
And yes, I mean, good point here. Ole Miss has really good retention with their portal signees. They don't lose players typically who transfer to them and play.
Well, let's recap the last 4 years.
Okay.
Last season, Ole Miss went 10-3.
They did.
They were very close to winning more than that. They didn't. They went 10-3. The year before that, they went 11-2.
They did.
The year before that, they went 8-5, but they were 8-1 at one point.
And 7-0.
The year before that, they went 10-3. They're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean,
you can question certain things, but like, let's go over the list of programs that wouldn't trade places with what Ole Miss has done in the last 4 years. Georgia, Alabama. That's it. So Georgia and Alabama have been better than Ole Miss collectively over the last 4 years. That's it. So they're doing something right. And so you look at the way that you're doing it, and you say, well, and I know people go, well, they haven't made the playoff. True, absolutely true.
Yeah, I didn't say they were whatever. Didn't say it's perfect,
but they're right there. And so if you deviate from that and go back into this emotional, we must sign this kid because he's from Ocean Springs. I don't think they look at it like that. I think they look at what if this exact same kid were from Amarillo? Would we spend more? And if the answer is no, well, then you don't do it. And if the kid ends up becoming the next coming of Jerry Rice, but look, there's a lot of people in media that get super excited about a kid because of where the kid's from.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They just do. They think it's awesome that I'm going to make up a new state. Alaska State signs all those kids from Anchorage East. Oh, it's just, what does it mean? It's just homegrown. It doesn't matter. On the field, it just doesn't matter. And now you have this pot of money that we've talked about with rev share and all that stuff. And you have to be judicious in the way that you spend your money. And you can't spend extra because a kid's from Taylorsville.
I mean, Ryan hits the nail on the head, too. It's one of the things Ole Miss has done really well is he says that kids respect that for the most part, Ole Miss does exactly what they say they're going to do. Not every program out there has that.
It's literally what Lane talks about.
Yes. Ole Miss, not every school has that reputation where, hey, here's what you're going to get, and then you just get it. And that's how it works, and you move on, and you let it go from there. So a couple other thoughts on that. We'll come back real quick and discuss those. First, I don't know about you, but I like keeping my money where I can see it. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers seem to like keeping my money, too. After years for overpaying for wireless, got fed up from crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and free perks. It costs more in the long run, so switch to Mint Mobile. Say bye to overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless. Get 3 months of premium service for $15 a month. If you like your money, Mint Mobile is here for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/MPW. That's mintmobile.com/MPW.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call Southern 662-429-4429. We are also brought to you by Lapels, Oxford locals, Ole Miss families. If you need cleaning or laundry done right, Lapels Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016, Lapels takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark Condominiums. Mention MPW, you get 50% off your first order. Trust Lapels to keep you looking your best. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with the personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Sego Wealth Management, specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting and see what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. Also brought to you by Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's a fourth-generation jeweler located in the old Lamons building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. They offer expert jewelry repair, diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, flexible bangles, diamond pendants, earrings, you name it, they've got it. If it's jewelry, they want to be your jeweler at Arnett's. And we're brought to you by the College Corner, autographed footballs and helmets in stock. They've also got all the gear that you are looking for, all the colors, all the brands that you know and love. It's 2 locations in Jackson, also collegecornerstore.com, and the Oxford location off of Sisk Avenue in the Oxford Commons.
Podcast is brought to you by AnySpark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, whether you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. To learn more, register for service. That's AnySpark.com. AnySpark, get connected. Stay local. Checking the stream real quick. Yeah, you guys are all kind of saying the same thing on that. I mean,
and I think a lot of lanes come to the SIP and all that stuff. I don't think that was about Mississippi kids. I think he was
coming to the program.
I think he was about saying, "Hey, it's cool to come to Mississippi."
Yeah, it's the Ole Miss version of Built by Bama. It's come here, do this, let's have fun. Mississippi's good, and then we're gonna build you to the next level. It's that. It wasn't. It's where you. I'm triggering. Sorry. It's where you could have shifted the focus in, like Mississippi made. Matt made that about, all the Mississippi kids. It could have just been about you come to Mississippi and go to the NFL. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that, it was the same thing, like not the same thing, but it was right there.
You know, it's almost like the plan wasn't to do that, and then suddenly they threw that together, and then that became the plan. It's almost like that. I'm not saying that was the case, but it's almost like that.
Well, I said,
because it was like that.
I mean, both of us like Matt so much, and that's like, I mean, even in his press conference where he's introduced, Ross walks up there and he compares him to Johnny Vault, and it's like, God, Ross,
what are you doing?
Stop.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Ole Miss hasn't hired an offensive line coach as an head coach since Johnny Vault. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
True. Now stop, please.
Yeah.
The Braves take a lot of Gwinnett County, Cobb County kids in the draft always.
They do.
They do. They take a lot of local.
ATL made, baby.
Like a lot of. Now that is a baseball hotbed too. That's not just your random couple counties there.
No,
a lot of dudes in that county. It's why I don't. Georgia not being good at baseball defies every logic every year. I never understand it in any capacity because you have so much talent in that general 2-3 hour area that
I just don't get it.
You could build the entire SEC out of that area. It's the damnedest thing.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah. Have we seen stats on it? What's going to be the final stats on views for Taylor Swift on New Heights? Like, what is this going to look like?
It's going to be big.
It's going to be Rogan-esque.
Rogan-esque. Yeah.
Probably more for one episode.
I wonder if it will be as big as Trump on Rogan.
No, I don't. It's a good question. If you're a Swiftie, are you interested in this no matter what? So you'll watch something you typically don't watch. That is the question.
Yes.
And for the most part, yes. But to what level?
Tay-Tay's going to sit and talk? Yeah, they're going to watch.
Okay.
And she's going to sit and talk with her boyfriend? Oh, yes, they're watching.
Now, really, Ian.
I think they're going to blow numbers away.
Some producer was sitting there when Travis walked in and goes, "Hey, so here's the thing." She said yes. And he went, "Yes, done. Whatever that takes. Here we are. We'll do it at 2 a.m. We'll do whatever she needs." I mean, it's gonna blow it away. I had a tweet up a minute ago. Just here we go. It's from Pointer. It just says could shatter records, meaning the most watched or listened to podcast of all time.
Tupelo says the Trump Rogan episode has 59 million views.
Just on YouTube?
I guess he says views. I mean, I would love to know what the listens
because
are.
Rogan, on average, from a Spotify standpoint, I want to say, and I kind of wonder if it's fallen off because I find him less enjoyable now than I used to. But for a long time, he was averaging between 10 and 12 million listens per episode. So,
man,
oh. I know how the economics of that work.
Swimming in it.
Oh, dude.
Just swimming in it.
Well, it's like one guy asked him, they were trying to do a bet, and he said, the guy goes, "Let me do your programming for a week." And he's like, "I can't bet that because that is worth so much money that's not comparable to anything you could do in reverse to do that." It feels like, though, his guests have fallen off. Like, I have a hard time switching through and locating.
Avery says she's locked in to Tay-Tay's appearance on New Heights, and she's more than willing to come onto this little podcast that could, the Potato Log podcast that could, and review Taylor's new album.
The new album is out. I'm so far out of this world.
I saw Jason Kelsey reference a new album. All I have seen is the social media trailer on X. And she's very charming on that part.
The episode is dropping at 6:00 tonight.
I mean, it's going to get massive numbers. She's one of the most recognizable people on the face of the earth.
With a rabid fan base.
I mean, absolutely, yes. Ravenous fan base. They absorb everything she does. She's great. Give her credit. I love the people like, "Oh, she's mid." I'm like, "Oh, shut up." You don't get to that.
Well, you're annoyed by both sides of it. The doing that and the highbrow music person who thinks the Grammys are just it's like, oh my God.
The one that goes, "Well, that movie didn't win an
Okay,
Oscar."
so I have it here. Yes, just the episode on YouTube for Trump, 59 million views on YouTube.
Okay.
So we're probably talking 80 million, 90 million minimum total.
Yeah, I would think more than 100 million.
Okay. I have a hard time buying this episode with Swift gets there. But maybe I'm completely wrong.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, and Kamala didn't take the offer to do the show. It's unbelievable. I mean, when you think about that, like, hand-raised guy in the room was probably just beating his head against the wall to a pulp. Like, what? We're literally losing the election right now. And someone goes, "Well, she would have done badly." Yeah, but we have to.
Not doing it is not the answer.
We have to do this.
Well, you can't. Somebody says Rogan makes $100K per episode just from Spotify. the advertisers can't pay market value because of how many listeners he has. Like it almost would become impossible
Right.
for your normal ad to pay typical CPM.
They can't do it
based off that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you an example here, without giving too much away. So per episode, one like who does like at the beginning if he does athletic greens or whatever, I don't know. I'm just
he does the glasses a lot now.
Does the what?
I can't think of the name of the glasses, but they're like sunglasses. He does athletic greens, BetterHelp.
So for BetterHelp, if they were paying market value, they would have to pay a minimum of $300,000
per spot.
Per spot.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
That's not feasible for anyone outside of Apple. So like I don't. Yeah, $300,000 per 30-second.
No, he can't actually get his CPE value.
No. Yeah, that's about what it would be if I'm doing that math. If I'm doing that math correctly.
Cat Williams' episode with Shannon Sharp has 90 million views. The interview with Kamala Harris only has 1.7 million. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, he does Farmer's Dog. Yep.
Oh, does he do Farmer's Dog?
Yep.
Yeah, I've had a hard time lately. I've always been guest dependent on him, but I find that, and it's not a criticism. Like nobody take it like that. He's, literally the best in the world at what he does. It's that I don't care about the UFC, and so much goes into fighting so quickly. If there's any route to get into fighting, and I just don't care.
Yeah.
So he loses me there, and while his entire shtick is we're just having a conversation and it's been glorious and it's what podcasts should be.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little frustrated when he has on somebody that I'm very interested in and we don't talk about anything to do with their career or situations at all for the 3 hours.
Right.
Like they start talking politics for 95 minutes and I'm like,
sometimes
I don't care what he thinks about that.
Sometimes you want him to go into interview mode.
Yeah, just a
now,
little.
The flip side of that is like I'd normally, even though I think Carlson gets better guest overall.
Mm-hmm. He's too interview mode.
His interview mode is so annoying that it's sometimes hard to stick with it.
Yeah. There's a yin and yang. And I feel like Rogan used to be better than that than he is now.
Yeah. Sometimes you lose your fastball for a little while.
Mm-hmm. And especially when you're
every day
king of the mountain.
Yeah.
Every day. Just the hours that you're doing to stay locked in.
Well, and
that's like you and I used to talk about. I don't know how Corolla could do it because he would do like 9 podcasts in a day where he's just going.
No, like last year on Thursdays, I was podcasting all day long, and I would finish and walk downstairs, and
the last thing you want to do was say a word,
anything to anyone. Just wanted to go be completely alone.
Yeah, I get it. I found your coach draft rankings interesting in your mailbag yesterday.
That was an exercise. I was almost just said I'm not doing this, and then I went, nope, I'm going to try.
And you did. So let me read that real quick.
I thought I did okay with it.
Yeah, no, it's good. So here's the setup. Football gods. We love the football gods around here.
Yep.
They have descended from the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to make things interesting for the 2025 season. The current SEC coaches are taken from the current schools and placed in a draft pool. The 2024 standings determine the draft order, but best team getting first pick, not vice versa.
Right.
The only rules are that it lasts one season only, and you cannot have the same coach as last year. Who does AD Neal pick for each school for the 2025 season? So you have the list here, and I'll mention a couple things. Were you ranking the coaches, or were you trying to go with fit?
A little bit of
both.
What
were you doing inside your rankings here?
I was trying to think also what would those schools do, and then I was thinking fit. And I don't know that I got it exactly right, but I bet I was pretty close on the order.
If that were a real thing.
Because it's 1 year. You get the coach for 1 year.
Oh God. All right. So you gave Texas Kirby Smart instead of Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
Because you can't have Steve, obviously.
Yeah. That's who Texas would take.
Okay. Then you gave Georgia Sarkisian.
That's who Georgia would take.
You feel very good about that.
100%.
You think Tennessee would bring Lane back home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's even a thought there at 3.
I mean, I thought about would they fool with Brian Kelly? Would they fool with Shane Beamer? And I'm like, no, they'd hire Kiffin.
I think they'd hire Kiffin, especially for 1 year.
1 year? He's done a 1 year tour there before.
Hey-o.
Oh, he'd laugh.
He would.
I mean,
Missouri with Kalen DeBoer instead of Heupel.
I think so. Maybe Heupel. I mean, you're in the same. I mean, I think Josh is a really good coach.
And then gave Ole Miss Josh Heupel.
Yeah.
It would work with your offensive skill sets.
I mean, the only other one you'd even think about I guess you'd think about Brian Kelly, you'd think about Shane Beamer, but
given
Heupel
your actual roster,
Heupel would make more sense in a 1 year deal. He'd come in and sort of run a similar type of offense.
Do my assistants go or do they stay?
That I don't know.
Well, I have a thing that is dependent on that answer. Is it entire coaching staffs, or does the head coach inherit the assistants in this scheme?
The scenario that was laid out to me did not include that. So
because if the staff stay in place, okay. So Pete Golding is my defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Why not Jeff Lebby? It's the exact same offense.
Oh, that's a good point.
Literally same thing.
And Jeff had success at Ole Miss as the offensive coordinator. He did.
Just saying. Why not do that?
Tupelo says I forgot Vanderbilt on the list. I don't know. It was.
Who'd you leave out then, coach wise?
Did I leave Vanderbilt out? I don't know.
Yeah. So what coach
I
did
left
you not
out
mention?
Stoops. Okay, well there you go.
That says everything.
Tells you everything. They're not. Stoops would probably be my last pick, even behind Pittman.
Why do I think Mike Elko at Florida would be a complete train wreck for a year? I don't know, but I just do. I
don't know a lot about him. I just hear different things, but I don't know. I watched the episode of SEC thing last night it was all Florida, Billy Napier, and the quarterback thing. Billy did a good job.
You're still watching this show? Whoa. You watched episode 2 now?
I've watched episode 2. Laura wanted to watch it last night, so we watched. Her friend Sam Slayton told her it was really good.
Laura, are you here? You don't watch any sports.
I know, it's crazy.
And we're watching this.
I was like, whatever. We'll watch if you want to watch. It's fine.
I'm perplexed.
The show's fine. She's interested in it. She's never seen anything like it. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know who any of these people are. So a game starts. She goes, do they win? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. Just watch.
Do they win? That is, watching it from that perspective, it's kind of funny. Yeah, you don't know who won the game.
Because she has no idea.
She has no idea if South Carolina or LSU won that game.
No, literally, she goes, oh, Florida beat Ole Miss? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big thing.
It's more interesting for her than like Ginger here says, I got bored with it. It wasn't interesting because you follow it every day. You know who people are, and you've seen all the results. And in some ways, hey, that was last season. Okay, fine.
They do a decent job with the people part of it. Like Graham Mertz, spoiler alert, tears his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his mom, and she's pretty emotional. And yeah, I mean, the people part of it, but the behind the scenes stuff looks kind of contrived.
Does it?
Yeah, because you got cameras in your face. I mean, I get it.
Which is what Lane said.
But everyone talks about Billy being a good guy. I've always heard that. And he comes across as a really good guy. And look, that thing was in trouble. They were in trouble. They were getting beat. And then they turned it around. But it was funny to watch with somebody who had no idea what was going to happen. Because she was like, at one point, does he get fired? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. Oh, they won. And then she's like, they beat Ole Miss. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
True. Had they not beaten Ole Miss, wouldn't have been home for Christmas. So
That's true.
It's a little different world.
So it's been interesting to have that conversation.
I think Venables could fit at Auburn.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know much about him.
I mean, I don't like him. I don't think he's a very good coach.
Oh.
But
You said that like you didn't like him personally.
know him? No clue. But I've been down on him the whole time. I thought that was a weird hire for Oklahoma the entire time. You got Clark Lee up there, nowhere near the last pick, going to the Hogs. If I'm Florida, I'd rather have Clark Lee than Mike Elko.
Yeah.
Drinkwitz would work at South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's a good fit.
Drinkwitz is a good coach.
That's a good fit. I like that.
Hey, Drinkwitz is a good coach.
We could be on our 5th year of him right now.
Yeah. And he probably would have done well here. I don't think he would have done Lane well, but I think he would have done well. He's a good coach.
Been fine. Been good. Yeah, good. Not fine. Good. I think that's it. See the columnist from The Athletic kind of going at Oklahoma a little bit?
I did. We talk about it on this show a lot. It's proven to be true. Just because you were once good doesn't mean you'll always be good. And just because you're good now doesn't mean you'll always be good. And just because you were bad once doesn't mean you will always be bad. Especially in this era. People go, oh, well, they've always sucked. That means nothing. I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean anything.
The Athletics.
I mean, even I'll go as far as to say this. When people go, well, there's just no way that you could win at Vanderbilt. Sure there is. It might not be likely, but there is absolutely a path. It's more likely today than it's ever been. Does that mean it's really likely? No. But when people go, well, there's just no way you could do it. Yeah, there is. Sure there is. Absolutely there is. No way you could win at Arkansas. No way you could win. Sure there is. Absolutely. I can lay it out. Doesn't make it likely. In fact, it's unlikely. But is it possible? You bet. Is there a world where Alabama or programs like that languish in mediocrity for years? Sure.
The Athletics' Mitch Sherman says that despite Oklahoma's 4 college football playoff appearances and the 5th highest win total in the sport since 2010, a case exists to argue it could slip toward a fate that befell its once equally powerful Big 12 rival Nebraska, is how he led the story there.
Sure.
It's very possible.
Sure.
They are ranked in the top 20 by multiple polls. They've got Mateer, good quarterback from Washington State. But there's no guarantees. And they looked behind last year. They were behind last year.
I mean, there's no guarantees damn near anywhere.
Speaking of Mateer, he came out and said it was all a bunch of jokes, which I have zero ability to get a lot of animus going about this topic at all.
Same.
I have 2 thoughts. One is I think he's lying and he did bet. And 2, I don't care and he should not be punished. So I am completely...
I think I generally agree.
Yeah. I looked at it and kind of went, eh.
But as someone who jokes on Venmo, I can't completely rule out the possibility that he was just joking.
No, sure. I get it.
And I'm not going to convict him over something like that. I'm just not. And the people that tried to make that a national story yesterday, go get a life.
Quit being a narc.
Yeah,
Move on with
go get a life. Like, seriously.
Oh, grind. I don't hate Auburn. Right? I like Auburn fine. I'm not anti-Auburn at all.
Yeah, I don't hate Auburn at all.
Not even a little bit.
I took my daughter on a visit there.
I really enjoy Auburn for baseball series where I spend 3 days. I have a good time.
Yeah.
Good.
Mama Goldberg's.
Hey, I like those steamed sandwiches. I do.
They're good.
I'm all in on Mama Goldberg's. I think Timber's lemonade's a little overrated, but that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Done the whole spiel.
It's okay.
I legitimately like Mama Goldberg's though.
Yeah.
No. That's real.
I've spent a lot of time at Auburn. I hate a lot of time at Auburn. I don't hate Auburn at all. And as much as I probably would be justified to have a lot of animus towards Freeze, I don't.
It's a human. I'm kind of worried about him right now, just as a human. I mean,
Brent says, so are you okay with players betting on games? No, but
that's not really what I'm saying.
But I don't think there's proof from his
we don't have evidence of anything.
You can't look at his Venmo account and go, oh, see? Nope.
Yeah, you can't suspend him off a Venmo account.
I'm sorry, you just can't. I make jokes all the time. I've never taken drugs in my life, and I have literally used the word drugs on Venmo.
Now, again, as an 18-year-old, he was really stupid if he was joking and put sports gambling. It was idiotic beyond words.
Sure, but the list of stupid things that 18-year-old boys do.
It's a long
How
list.
long y'all got?
Yes.
I mean, how long you got? Because I just went on a chaperone trip where there were 6 17 and 18-year-old boys. And listen,
pragmatism is not.
These were smart kids.
Yes.
Most of whom either have college scholarships or will get college scholarships. Really bright kids. And the list of stupid things they did would just go on and on and on.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh. What would not be stupid is making sure you're aware of the new ticketing process for Ole Miss this fall. Podcast brought to you by the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation. And this digital model is going into effect this year, basically right now. Screenshots no longer work. Nope. You got to go to OleMissSports.com to familiarize yourself with the latest transferring process. 2025 men's and women's basketball season tickets and donation renewal deadline is also quickly approaching on August 31st. Call the Ole Miss ticket office or visit them online to get your tickets today. If you want to get your priority points up before the seat or parking selections, again, call the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation at 662-915-7159. And for more information, give2athletics.com.
Call Argent Wealth's 401k advisory services team today. They'll conduct a complimentary, no-obligation benchmarking and analysis of your current 401k plan. Mention that you heard about Argent Wealth on MPW Digital, and you'll get 10% off your first year's fees. We're also brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. If you're trying to plan a trip that creates a lifetime of unique memories, get in touch with John. Give him some parameters, give him a budget, let him give you some options, and know this, you don't have to live in or near Memphis to take advantage of his services. 901-494-3387 or send him an email, jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com. And located in the heart of Cajun country in Broussard, Louisiana, Parish Brewing Company's simple goal is to make awesome craft brewed beer. They do it remarkably well. You should try it for yourself. They've got Dr. Juice. It's an IPA, 6% ABV. Ghost in the Machine, a fantastic double IPA, not bitter at all. You'll absolutely love it. They've got Pescador, Envy, Parish Pilsner, so much more. Wherever you look for beer, look for Parish Brewing Company. You'll be glad you did.
Podcast is brought to you by Chicory Market and JohnsonHillCreamery.com. You can find both located under the website at Chicory Market. Remember, we're still telling you about those Friday supper clubs, the Friday before home football games starting here in just a couple of weeks, August 29th for the first one. Got a great menu. Mahi is the main course. 4-course offering. You can go ahead, reserve your seat. You don't have to fight the square, fight all the traffic. Look, kids are back. You could tell it even yesterday. Everything getting all congested and screwed up, and a football weekend's times 1,000. So avoid all that. Get great food and great service there with Chicory Market for your Friday night supper clubs. And while you're on the website, you can check out all the catering options, whether it be through Chicory Market or Johnston Hill Creamery. Again, JohnstonHillCreamery.com. They feed 20, 40, 60, whatever you'd like. Charcuterie trays, sandwich trays, desserts, and plenty more. For the Chicory Market side, deadline coming up August 22nd for the first game against Georgia State. So again, that's JohnstonHillCreamery.com or ChicoryMarket.com. See, Grind, thanks for Super Chat, says more likely for OU, 9-3 or 7-5, 10-2 or 6-6. And where do you rank Oklahoma as toughest opponents for Ole Miss? I'll let Neal pull up their schedule.
I'm pulling it up as we speak.
To do that, and then I'll look at Ole Miss's.
By the way, I might get lucky on the Oklahoma trip because the Thunder are in town Tuesday before, in Indiana Thursday before, which might bring them back home for a Saturday night game.
Oh, it's an 11 a.m. football game.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
That would be.
If they get a Sunday night game, I'm going to be like, hey, we ought to stay. And it's going to be like, no, we can't.
You can.
Could.
Could.
Make Monday suck. Monday would suck.
It would. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Suck.
Who's after Oklahoma?
South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is potentially a monumental game. Oklahoma schedule. Here we go. The Sooners open with Illinois State. It's 1-0. They get Michigan at home.
1-1.
They go to Temple. They get Auburn at home. They get Kent State at home. They play Texas in the Cotton Bowl, at the Cotton Bowl, not in the Cotton Bowl, at the Cotton Bowl. They go
in.
It's kind of in it, yeah, but it's not yet. South Carolina is in Columbia. Ole Miss comes to town October the 25th. A week later, they go to Tennessee, then to Alabama, play host to Missouri, and finish the season at home in Norman on November the 29th versus the Tigers of LSU.
So how many guaranteed losses are on that schedule?
Guaranteed losses. All right, here we go.
I mean, typically I would say Texas, but that's a weird game every year.
I'll say at South Carolina, at Alabama. I'll say 2 guaranteed losses. Now, likely losses, Texas, Ole Miss, Tennessee, meh.
That's a toss.
LSU's a likely loss. Hell, Missouri could be a loss.
7-5.
Okay. What was the question?
Are they more likely to go 9-3, 10-2, 7-5, 6-6?
Either 7-5 or 6-6.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting them to 9.
Yeah,
that feels like a hell of a
hard.
year. Mateer better be a horse.
I mean, here's the path to 9: Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn. So 4-0. Kent State's 5-0. Now you have a shot. Texas is a loss. South Carolina's a loss. You beat Ole Miss, that's 6. You win at Tennessee, that's 7. You beat Missouri. You beat LSU. It's tough. Tough. I can get you to 6-6 easy.
You can make an argument for Ole Miss. It's the 3rd hardest game of the year. Make the argument. I think LSU's tougher at home, and I think Georgia's obviously harder in Athens.
Yeah.
And I think you can make the argument it's 3rd.
You can make the argument it's 3rd. I think it's
because
probably
South Carolina and Florida are both at home, not on the road.
But I think both of those teams are going to be better than Oklahoma.
Yeah. It's just a whole road home thing if you want to make that into something.
The Gamecocks are going to be good. I do.
Shane's not a bad coach.
No, he's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach. We sort of went up and down on him over the years, but he's a good coach.
Was it Josh Pate that was doing the John Gruden to Arkansas thing yesterday? Was that his thing?
I don't know.
Someone the Gruden thing got felt like he was getting leverage yesterday, and I was like, "There's nobody's hiring John Gruden to coach."
If that's true, Oklahoma's going 6-6. Sammy says Mateer is Milroe without the open field speed. Ooh boy,
then they're going to lose.
Yeah, if you are correct, 6-6 is very much on the table for the Sooners because they won a lot of Big 12 games simply just being better than everybody else, and that is not the case.
11 a.m., baby.
It is guaranteed to be an 11 a.m. or 11:45 a.m.
Yeah, I could easily be back at.
You can go get you a Sooner swirl at whatever that restaurant is in Norman, and have
I wouldn't even need that. I just get my work done. Head on back to the big city.
I'll probably post it tomorrow. I did a podcast yesterday with our summer intern Reagan Settle. She had done all the visitor guides for the 3 away teams, and we did sort of a all-encompassing things to do in all 3 road trip places yesterday. And I think I'm probably being a little whatever because I like all 3. I like Athens and Lexington both, and I like Lexington a lot. I think it's underrated. And Athens is always in the list and great college towns and all that. But I think if I were just going to one as a fan for the year, I would pick Norman. Being the first trip, it's a little more spread out than the other places as far as everything in one central location. But between sort of what's there and some options, and even the museums are pretty cool in that area, I think that would be the one that I choose. And the 11 a.m. part of that's not a bad thing either. So I kind of had that in my rating system yesterday as we were going through the places to go and eat and stay and do and all those things. So, yeah. Ole Miss with only 3 out-of-state road games this year.
Yeah.
Lexington, Athens, and Norman.
That's it.
That's good.
Stay in the SIP.
I don't think Lane does a lot of times, so he almost gets credit for it when he doesn't mean it. I don't think he was even taking a shot at state that day at SC Media Days when he goes, we only have 3 true road games. I think he just meant we don't travel for but 3 times. Like, I don't think that was some shot at state at all. He was just talking.
He's not good. He doesn't spend a lot of energy taking shots at state.
He needles Lebby a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah. And hardly much.
No, it's mostly weight related.
Yeah.
I mean, Lane's a little bit of an asshole when it comes to that, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's whatever. He would admit it. It's not. It's all good. So
Lebby looked like he lost a little weight.
Did he?
Yeah.
Got a break in a second. We'll come back. We'll talk about some other stuff. Do you think Baylor's got a case on this logo infringement thing? Did you see this?
With Boston University?
Yeah. The logos are identical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are completely identical. Or at least not outside whatever the percentage has to be different. Boston is arguing that, you're down there, we're up here. We don't play each other in anything. We're in far different conferences. You're green and gold, and we are red and black or red and white or whatever it is that they are. And that essentially we get that you are in a power conference, Baylor, but last time I checked, you don't own B and U.
Yeah.
The letters. And that
it's like
if you were doing that, we could do that. They claimed inside this that there's also Bradley University, Burnett University, Bellarmine, and plenty of others, Bryant, that have claims in those areas. So Michael McCann actually believes that Boston has a fairly compelling case in this situation.
Baylor doesn't own 2 letters of the damn alphabet.
But it is the exact logo.
I mean, it is, but who cares?
It's also interlocking letters. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like when Rutgers claimed we own the big R over Ruston. Went after Ruston, losers.
That's some of my favorite stuff is when the colleges just randomly go after the crazy-ass high schools from some other state sometimes. And it's like...
Yeah. When was the last time you won a state championship, Rutgers? Huh?
BU also arguing that Baylor is coming after the Terriers' club sports, and they're saying that a student activity is very different from Division I athletics, and you have no claim on our club sports logos.
Yeah, come on.
Which I agree with them
on that. Baylor's not losing any money on some people buying some club sport stuff at Boston U. Boston U men's soccer club. Shut up, Baylor. I hate Baylor.
Do you?
I do. This is part of my problem. Yeah, it's culty.
Baylor. Oh yeah.
It's part of my problem. People want us to do the live stream.
The amount of fun we would make fun of them if they were in the SEC.
Yeah,
it would be constant.
Like people want us to do the live stream on the Auburn Baylor game, and they only want us to do that live stream because they think there's a chance Auburn loses.
100%.
And there's a part of me that likes watching Baylor lose, and so
you can't get all in on Baylor.
Yeah. By the way, did you see the thing about Auburn and the play calling? This is going to be a train wreck.
So they're going to do OCs depending on down.
Derek Nix is calling first down. Ken Austin has third downs. I don't know who's got second down, how that works.
Help me. Are you in the stream today? I don't think he is. Didn't you do some of this at Ole Miss too?
Yeah. And what happened is when it worked, it was Hugh's call. When it didn't work,
it was Dan's fault.
The assistant's
It was Dan's fault.
So stupid. See, this is where I'd be in the room. Goes things Nick Saban would never do.
Baylor is icky as hell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, beyond.
Come on.
They might be the ickiest program in the country. They're at least in the bracket.
Oh, they're way up there.
They're in the bracket.
Like I make
So
jokes.
yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like pulling for Baylor for a night.
Yeah, I make jokes.
I like Dave Aranda well enough.
I do too. But I make jokes about Auburn and I make jokes about Texas A&M, but neither of them are as icky as Baylor. Not even.
God, no.
Not even close. Like Texas
A&M's people are nice. They're insane.
So nice.
But they're very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make fun of the
woo, woo. Yeah.
Get your Max. Boom, whatever. Shut up. And Auburn's just weird. But Auburn's not gross weird.
No, Baylor's gross
kind of weird. But Baylor's gross.
And has a long history of
grossness. Well, as a rule, when you spend all your time telling people we're better than you religiously, you're scumbags.
Telling everybody this is how our coordinators are going to do it, and then
so bad. And Derek already going, well, and the head coach can overrule anyone. Yeah, if the play works, he overruled you. He can't help himself. You knew, Auburn, you knew what you were hiring.
Derek's going, I get a check at the end of the month. I get a check at the end of the month.
Derek's like,
I get a check at the end of the month.
Derek's like, I already got my Mississippi pension. These are just, I'm double dipping. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm just making my money. Just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Get up, go to work, do your job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him one bit. On the list of people that you can't blame, Derek Nix is at the top.
Oklahoma and Auburn are more of the two fascinating programs in the league this year, though. Got these quarterbacks. We don't really know what to expect necessarily. Stuff around them.
Oh, one of the most underrated, like this is going to be exciting games is Auburn at Oklahoma September 20th.
Is that early? Yeah.
I mean,
something has to give.
Jackson Arnold going back to Norman.
A lot there.
Freeze has put a lot in that basket.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it'll work.
Yeah. So, all right, take a final break. Tell you that podcast is brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions, 140 Fairfield Drive in New Albany. Contact them at 662-539-7777. Family-owned pharmacy with excellent service. Wide range of gifts for all ages, as well as home decor, jewelry, and plenty more. Tell them you heard about them from MPW Digital and get 15% off any non-medical purchase. And again, new website, newalbanypharmacy.com. You can see a ton of their offerings. They have tons of details there on that website. So again, that's on Fairfield Drive in New Albany or newalbanypharmacy.com.
Just a couple of announcements. I don't really have any ad reads left. Don't forget LB's Meat Market. They sponsor the butcher versus the dance instructor, which will get started here in a couple of weeks. We'll be taping like 2 weeks from today. LB's 2008 University Avenue in Oxford. Freshest cuts right across from Kroger. Great meat selection. Don't forget, go in the freezer section. Take $2 off anything out of the freezer. Just tell them you heard about it on MPW Digital. We'll have Pete's Pigskin Preview in a couple of weeks. That's brought to you by our friends at Riverland Roofing. They're kind enough to sponsor that show again this season. They sponsored it a couple of years ago, back this year. So Pete and I'll get started in a couple of weeks. And Kaiser Flooring, back sponsoring us as well. I'll be telling you more about Kaiser Flooring here in the coming days.
Tell you also about Horn Legend. That's hornlegend.com for our new outfitter for the fall and beyond.
The quarter zip is awesome.
Oh, the quarter zip is? I haven't tried a quarter zip.
I mean, it's too hot to wear a quarter zip now.
But it's good in the...
But I went ahead and got one. Fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I have not looked at those because I didn't open yours. We have Jeffrey one in MUS colors that I haven't gotten to him yet that look really sharp, but I have not. I went hoodie route this time with the long sleeve stuff, so I haven't seen the quarter zips. But the sports shirts, the kind of the button down dress shirts are awesome with the fabric. The polos are great. Tons of selection, including collegiate selections as well there. Again, that's hornlegend.com. And use the drop down and tell them MPW Digital is where you found them. That would really help us out when you go order. You can get outfitted for the season. You got all your colors you need for the Ole Miss games. They put the color on everything so you can match the collegiate piece with that. Also, some Realtree Galaxy stuff is there on the website and more. So again, that is premium luxury polos, quarter zips, vest, and more, run by an Ole Miss alum. So again, hornlegend.com. Did you read, final minutes here, did you read this Aaron Donald thing?
Yes.
So the Athletic doing really good work on a stalker series, athletes and related people who have had stalkers in the internet age and how accessible people are now versus the past. And you can read the entire thing, but I want to read the lead of this story that was published this morning at 5 a.m. Central Time.
Yep.
Aaron Donald, we're talking arguably the best defensive tackle of all time in the NFL.
Yes.
And I'm not sure it's that arguable.
Not very.
He is first ballot everything, all-timer. Has a ring with the LA Rams. Ole Miss played and beat him in the Birmingham Bowl, but he had a nice career after that. He is remarkable. When you see him without a shirt on, you go, whoa, I'd love to look like that for a minute of any day. So we're talking about one of the most powerful people, whatever. This is how this leads. Retired Rams defensive lineman Aaron Donald received a brief email in March from the Los Angeles-based head of people and culture for a healthcare technology startup. Hi, hubby, Janelle Anwar wrote, please save, love you. She attached a copy of her annual performance review, which was filled with glowing comments from the company's CEO. What appeared to be a routine email from a significant other was part of something much darker. Donald is not Anwar's husband. The two have never met. For years, she had sent him increasingly unsettling emails, chats, and voice memos, in addition to repeated phone calls, according to court records. She tracked down his brother, sending him numerous emails and attempted to have packages and balloons delivered to Donald's children. She traveled to Pittsburgh for his football camp, where she claimed to have encountered his daughter. Even though Donald is married, Anwar has filed 2 baseless divorce petitions seeking millions of dollars. 2 weeks before the email performance review, she sent a series of Google chat messages that Donald took as threats against his 3-year-old son. Quote, so make sure you pay for him to live, because that's what it will be. You'll have to go pay for his life now, and everyone will get a cut. Donald wrote in a declaration filed with an application for a restraining order in April, quote, I am fearful for my safety and the safety of my wife and children and the safety of my brother. It goes on, but that is the lead to that story.
Hard to blame him.
Crazy. Tupelo, they fit like Peter Millar Southern Comfort, is it Summer Comfort? Summer Comfort. Best I can tell, I'm between a medium and a large, and I can get in a medium of those. Neal is...
I'm usually between a large and an XL.
And you're in a large. And
very comfortably in a large.
The sports shirts run a size small. The dress shirts, the kind of things that we really like, I got a medium and it was too small. Yeah. I am in a large in that, and I don't know if Neal has tried it on, but I gave him an XL on
I did, and the XL fit me.
Okay, so yeah, your size to a little large in polos, size to a little small in sports shirts is the way that I would categorize it with Horn Legend. Best I can tell so far, but really good stuff as we move forward. But no, look, if Aaron Donald is dealing with this, it can happen to anyone. Sure, it's a hell of a story.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, it's.
Do you ever think about your digital footprint with things like that, addresses and numbers?
Probably should, but not really.
It doesn't cross my mind a lot.
I never think about myself as
public.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this the other day. Being public never crosses my mind.
Right.
And I guess we kind of are pretty public.
I mean, at least locally in a sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't ever really think about it.
You've been out more lately. You get stopped by people much? Getting left alone?
Yeah, people. I don't really.
They just point at you and take pictures from across the room.
I don't think that's
is that what it is?
I don't think that's happening.
Okay.
We have gotten out a little bit more lately, though. The two of us.
Getting out today. I mean, just
got a meeting today.
Got a meeting today.
Yeah.
Look at you, got meetings.
I know. Well, you always have meetings, and I'm always like, how do I not have meetings?
And now you have a meeting.
Now I got a meeting. I'm so excited. I finally have a meeting. Been waiting for a meeting all this time. Finally got one. I had a lot of meetings in the last year. Had meetings in different cities.
That's a good point. You
had a meeting in
a lot of phone calls.
Had a meeting in Nashville. Had a meeting in Kansas City. Had a meeting in Denver. Not Denver, Dallas. Had meetings. Got stuff done. Zoom calls.
I appreciated, by the way, I passed along the suggestions. I had Emma Pittman on the podcast the other day talking about her Broadway career. Said she could not get white queso in New York, that they do not serve it up there.
Yeah.
2 of you have sent me recommendations, so I have passed it on, where apparently you can get at least some variation of white queso there in the Big Apple. So
she was impressive.
So people helping people there.
That was a good interview. She was very impressive.
Yeah, she's sharp. Would love to. Again, she and Jenny Anderson will be at Square Books August 26th. Jenny, who worked at the Daily Mississippian with me, she was one of my photo editors when I was sports editor that year. She has become one of the top photographers on Broadway, and she is releasing a coffee table photo book of her history with many of the top musicals over the last ever years. So she will be in conversation with Emma Pittman there at Square Books on the 26th for that. I actually completely forgot to ask Emma about that during the interview because we were just talking. I put it back in the intro. I went in and said, "Hey, here's what's going on." I just forgot. We were talking about other things, and I didn't have it written down, and there you go. If you don't have it written down, once you pass 40, you will forget it.
You asked her about her sports fandom, but you didn't ask her about her book signing here in town.
It's not her book, so she's helping out a friend. She's just in conversation.
She'll be not every day that Broadway stars are signing books in Oxford.
And I think Kyle asked me, we've set the Tupelo signing for my book on September the 29th that evening, or the afternoon. I don't know. We haven't got exact times or complete guest list, but September 29th for
still working on my book signing. Hadn't gotten there yet.
You always say this. You could write a book, for the love of God. I mean,
I'm not writing a book.
You should have published the kids' book.
It's too late now. I wouldn't even know.
Had they stopped having kids?
I wouldn't know where to start. I really wouldn't even know where to start.
No, I don't feel uncomfortable ever if somebody comes up to me, Hunter. That doesn't bother me at all. I have only one time, and we briefly mentioned it on the show about a month ago, felt uneasy about an interaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've had, and it wasn't in person, but just online. I've only one time kind of had I don't know, something feels a little off here.
Yeah.
I know I don't pay attention to it enough. There's no doubt about that. Just because, why not pay attention to it? Not that I'm even fearful or anything, but just probably should be a little more aware.
I block and delete a lot more than you do.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
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 So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting with it now. But anyway. All right, we will be back tomorrow. We'll have Jeffrey. We'll have a hand raise guys tomorrow afternoon. Got practice tomorrow also. So actually I don't know. We'll figure it out. I hadn't really thought through that yet. But so we'll let you know what's going on from that standpoint.
By the time they start, we'll be
close enough.
And the truth is, we've gotten to the point with practice that there's not a lot of practice to see.
It was very endo the other day. There was one team portion, and it was like half speed.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Tons of comments in the stream. There with the super chats and more. Always a good crowd. So appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.